Doubles is here, and we continue the Total War World Cup. This time it is Group C action. Epirus, commanded by Lord Arash, takes on Syracuse, commanded by Fight Me. First, let's take a look at Epirus. Epirus, bring the Hellenic Royal Cav General, 2 Tarentine Cavalry, 4 Thessalians, 3 Rhodian Slingers, 2 Slingers, 2 Illyrian Levies, 3 Italian Swordsmen, and 3 Samnite Warriors. Syracuse on the other side of the field of battle, the Thorax Hoplite General, 3 Samnite Warriors, 6 Thorax Swords, 4 Slingers, 3 Tarentine Cavalry, and 3 Citizen Cavalry. The stage is set. The might, glorious, the glory, all on the line. 13 minutes and 45 seconds. We're fresh off of a massive battle. A 27-minute slugfest between Armenia and Tillis. If you haven't seen that video, feel free to check it out. It was a massive, blessed battle. And this being a Group C matchup, I believe Epirus is 1-0. This will be Syracuse's first battle, at least on the YouTube.
Orders understood.
At least on the YouTube, brave fighters. And I actually think that Fight Me may have broadcasted this game on his channel from his perspective and his thoughts. So if you're interested, I'll probably link that in the description below. But here's the formation. Tarentine Cav out to the front for Syracuse. He's got his slingers in the front there, and then the Samnites with the Thorax Sword. It's the compact formation. It's tight, keeping his boys tight. We see Fight Me do that quite often. We see him keep the boys close, keep the warriors ready. No space in between, you know, those Thorax Swords. Epirus, on the other hand, taking a more typical approach in what you see in competitive Total War, a little bit more spread out. He's got the strong slingers on the front. He's bringing some firepower, guys. He's bringing the Rhodian Slingers, and it's 3 of them, and then plus 2. Syracuse, they're going to be having 4 slingers, but you know what you miss in one aspect, you make up in another. The strong slinger selection for Epirus. That means that there's a weakness somewhere. And in this case, Syracuse has the melee advantage, as it's the Tarentine Cav putting some pressure on the Rhodians. Are they going to go for it? Surely it'd be suicide. That one's going to back off with that one. Oh my, taking huge damage, 32, and nearly it's wavering, almost around, and this Tarentine hit. And then a huge charge from Epirus. That Tarentine is gone. Well, not fully gone, but that is routing. That is a lot of damage. But the slingers still stationary. Here come the Citizen Cavalry. Now this is the charge you wanted. Oh my god. So Fight Me wasting no time, and I'm curious if this Tarentine of Epirus is going to push that fleeing Tarentine of Syracuse. So it looks like some slinger trouble for Epirus. He had the slinger advantage, and essentially he has thrown it away here. 2 slingers routing, but a Citizen Cav wanting to rout again, and here comes the Thessalian negating the charge, a horrible charge from Epirus, as now the Syracusian slingers fire upon the Thessalian. Good. Those are good units to target. You want to target the enemy cavalry, especially if they're more powerful than yours. This Italian sword, a little bit of a pushback from Epirus. As I like that Epirus has charged that Tarentine we talked about, but now he's forgotten about his unit. He has forgotten about his unit. Now that is going to be 1 unit down. Can Syracuse capitalize as he's pursuing with the Citizen, trying to get that slinger? He's got one out of the game. He's got an Italian under pressure as well. Looks like lots of pressure. It's just the melee pushing forward. Syracuse applying the pressure. A Pila release on the idle Citizen Cavalry. That's going to be a lot of damage indeed. You do not want to be losing men if you do not need to. Syracuse has been pressing the case, pushing the fight. Now Syracuse must be paying attention. There are some Tarentine in the back lurking, waiting, and the damage, you know, there's been some damage done to Epirus. Oh, I was going to say 2 slingers are gone, but I've actually seen that only 1 slinger has officially routed. Syracuse firing away. Maybe start targeting this Thessalian Cav. I do see 1 slinger shooting at that cavalry. Epirus going to need to react here. So it looks like he's trying to hit a little bit of a gap with the thorax in, and here come the citizen cavalry. A lot of damage. But we talked about the Tarantine in the back, and look at that, they've got connections on both of those slingers. Huge, huge pressure as two slingers get around. Look at this, the assailant causing trouble from the front. That slinger's gone. Will this slinger stay, or will he go as this one wavering as well? So two slingers rounding, one is shattered. And look at Epirus, no pressure upon the slingers. Epirus defended his slingers. Slingers win games. Brave fighters, you know that. Slingers end games. They are the end game. You can have all the melee in the world, but if you can't catch those slingers, gonna have a tough time. As there's a slinger routing this one. We just saw that one. He's come back. He's right here. Surely Rash is gonna want to capture that. Slingers now the Tarantine coming in. Fight me. Trying to build some respite, some recovery for his slingers. Wants to protect them. Because look at this, just brunt of the Samnites and the Thorax Sword. They have really conquered that left side, taking care of business. I don't know if it's an Italian or a Samnite, but melee going down for Epirus is now. Looks like that Pila throw gonna be getting in to the Tarantine Cavalry. Another slinger back into the game. But look at the pressure from Epirus. Lurking, and he's got Tarantine on both sides, and he's gonna consume the slinger. And, oh dear God, avert your eyes. Pulling the whole line of slingers. Huge damage. So still an Italian sword down here. Some Illyrian levies. Melee is certainly to Syracuse. But the slingers, 3-4 standing for Epirus, 1 slinger standing for Syracuse. These guys know what's on the line. As the general getting involved into the Samurai Warriors as they crush them from behind. That is a great connection. Epirus wanted to make a splash here in Group C. They got tough competition. Not only with Syracuse, but also Cimmeria and Suebi. As the firing continues. Slingers now getting involved. They need to get involved as a nice flank on that Samurai Warrior from the Thorax, but he's left himself open for a flank. As the medics exchanging blows. Battle rhythm being used. Good to bring that battle rhythm. You also get a second win with that. Something of note here, the Syracuse general is still standing at 117 men. The Epirus general, on the contrary, 37 men of 60. That is a cav unit. Cav unit's late game, huge cav advantage here. You clearly see belongs to Epirus. Actually, I don't see any cav for Syracuse. He's gonna have to do this with the brunt of his melee. The strength of his melee. He's gonna have to be doing it while the slingers take pot shots at the back of the Samurai Warriors. Ouch! They're just taking a beating. So it looks like they're going. I'm not sure if they're gonna be pursuing those slingers or if they're gonna go for a flank on those Samnites. Can they even go for the flank? They're taking so much damage from those slingers.
Advance!
The slingers making it a nightmare for Syracuse. The general involved, the Thorax Hoplite. Don't see it brought often, but of course when you're Syracuse, gotta have to think outside the box.
Understood.
Gotta have to think outside the box for a massive W, but if you're Syracuse here, do not tire your units out. Get rid of the melee if possible. Fight for the end game.
Pull back.
Well, you're already in the end game. I take that back, but just get what you can. Take care of what you can. Is quick reload being used? You know, I'm not sure I agree with that.
Break the lines.
Maybe he's pressing his case. Maybe he knows that a Samnite It's not going to hold for long, so he needs to get all the shots in now. Maybe it's not. Maybe it is a smart move. The Tarantine fighting in. And the Thessalian in. Connecting with a big hit on the back of the thorax swords. But what he's caused himself to do, the Thessalian are trapped. Those units trapped as the thorax hoplite general being targeted. As they pursue. But this Thessalian and that Tarantine is certainly going to be wrapped up. Certainly going to be defeated. It's the Italian sword, 61 men holding on. The Tarantine, I like it. Using your Tarantine first, then the general. But I think we're preparing for a massive general charge. Let's listen in. Massive blow from behind, but look at this. 83 thorax, 118, 66. Does Epirus have enough left in the tank? As now he used quick reload, and look at this on the slingers. They are tired. They are tired. 36 of those Samnites. Balance of powers tell me there is a lot of ammo left. But how much is that? Because there is so much melee left. There's a full thorax sword. They're going to be shooting. Need to be wise here. This Epirian slinger. Looks like they do have ammo. I do not see the swords out. But they're running a risk here. The thorax charging.
As you command. Understood.
Luckily it's a Rhodian. But still, they're going to be taking tremendous damage. So they're still in combat 62.
Break off!
That is a mistake late in the game. You do not want a mistake, especially this late. Roll cap, no Pila left from the thorax sword. Unless Syracuse and Fight Me are hiding a Pila, that'll be massive. But he's targeting the general. In and out just like that, and he claps the general. Just crushes him. Oh my, down to 10 men, he's gone. The general's dead. No mash round potential here. Does Epirus lay it on? His unit's going in to the shield wall formation. They're holding to the last breath. It's going to come down to that Hellenic roll cav and the slingers. Slingers finding the back of the thorax swords. The Greeks trying to hold on. Trying to bring glory to Sicily. We're checking on the stamina. Exhausted. Winded. And exhausted. Gonna have to sit put here. You're probably not gonna get much back. But he is in a shield wall. He's giving himself a melee bonus as here comes the charge. Just holding, bracing for that massive charge is all men on the ground. That is so much damage. What a battle. Oh, look at this, just the few shots from the slingers on the thorax sword causing all sorts of trouble. They are wavering. Because now the slingers into melee combat. I think the pressure is going to be applied here. Probably going to see another cap charge.
Orders understood.
Those boys certainly out of ammo. They have their swords out. They have their swords out. These two slingers still shooting. And the exhaustion paired with the damage from the slingers proving tough for Syracuse to hold. And there goes one at 39. Get this other one around at 45. Stamina huge. General being alive huge. Here comes another volley. And the general winding, feasting on his prey. And here comes the general. All forces in, all contingents pressing. The thorax sword wavering, and Epirus, they are your victors. He's down to the wire. What a battle that was. Epirus pulling it off. The Thessalian strong. That general late game still had half health. Nearly getting 100 kills there. Look at the Rhodians. That is just beautiful. 132, 102, 143. Massive damage. The early demise of the slingers. It's okay for Epirus. He maintains and he progresses and he gets the massive W as Syracuse. Thorax Sword, decent numbers, but it's going to come down to the Cav. Strong Cav, making it troublesome for the Syracuse Slingers. And that is it. What an effort by both fighters. Thank you all so much for watching. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, glory be upon thee and glory to the Empire.